Hey everyone, Thornton here, and we've had the 1.5 patch for the finals out for a few days, and I've actually been really enjoying it, but that's probably because I'm a medium player, as there is a little bit of a backlash from the heavy and light class about, really how overpowered it might be now. Of course, there are also a couple of bugs and issues which Embark is working on fixing, which we'll go over in today's video, along with the requested buffs and nerfs, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So no matter what developers do, if they ever introduce this one type of thing into a video game, it's always going to cause a huge issue, and the finals community has recently found itself embroiled in a heated discussion surrounding patch 1.5 of the game. That's right, a live service game that gets updates, well, that causes problems, because as many people have noticed, this update introduced significant nerfs to heavy and light classes, which has reshaped the meta and given rise to an unexpected powerhouse, the medium class. That's right, balance, baby. However, as players have adapted to these changes, concerns are growing that the medium class may be the next target for adjustments, and that maybe they should have even been targeted in this last patch. So we're gonna go ahead and explore the aftermath of that patch 1.5, focusing on the perceived imbalance, particularly the dominance of medium classes, and shed light on issues that Embark, the game's developer, is actively addressing. That's right, they are looking at this stuff. So first, let's talk about the heavy dilemma. If you're a seasoned heavy main, which is really only about maybe a month and a half, let's be honest, in the finals, you might have some insight into the impact of the patch 1.5 on the once dominant class. The heavy's massive health pool, previously compensating for players with less accurate aim, which, let's also be honest, aim assist has seen a change, so that also doesn't help, has seen a decline in effectiveness. There's less increasing reliance on bulk rather than damage now in team strategies, and the heavy class is witnessing a decline in popularity, which is surprising because it was the first class actually seen hit with any nerfs. And it kind of makes you wonder what Embark's intended role for tanky characters are in the game if they're going to keep giving it less health, which is kind of the whole design point of the game. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have the rise and fall of light classes, because it's basically known for its agility but has faced severe setbacks with the recent update. The cloaking device, a quintessential ability providing temporarily invisibility, was targeted, significantly affecting the ability to survive while you have very little health. Also, the stun gun, a staple gadget for light class players, went and got a substantial 25% nerf, which is crazy considering they can't do much in terms of survivability. That basically alters the dynamic strategy employed by these players and how they would fit in a team comp. The patch seems to have actually marginalized the light class. Once again, the same issue with the heavy class, really only leaving what I like to call the medium menace, and I'm actually a medium player, and I am absolutely thriving right now with my healing beam. But amidst all of that, it has a ton of effective uses right now with its healing beam and the instant revive defibrillator item, which is probably one of the best in the game if you can run it. If you run 3 mediums with defibs, you're basically unstoppable with healing beams. You can just mow down the heavies with their less health and avoid the stun gun nerf from the light class. But because of this, there are a lot of concerns now with the player base, as the prevailing sentiment suggests that medium class should probably be the next one to face a huge nerf. There's just nothing that can beat 3 mediums right now in ranked, as a lot of players are complaining. I'm sure there's some absolutely insane people in the comment section saying right now, like, oh, just get good, I'm playing heavy and it's not a problem. But you got to keep in mind that there is a general player base that may not be up to that skill level and feel like there isn't really that much well of a balance. Along with that, there's kind of the Recon controversy, which once again falls into the medium class, because it's actually been called the most unhealthy element in the game by a bunch of Reddit users, because the Recon's ability to provide real-time information through pings is basically a way to wall hack legally in the game. If you play Apex Legends, you're kind of familiar with this with like Bloodhound or Seer or something like that. And while it did receive a slight nerf in the recent patch, it's more of a what players call on paper nerf than what is actually functional in game. I imagine that Embark is going to look at some of the data and some of the recent pain points from the community and adjust the Recon heavily, if anything, because as of right now, it is probably one of the most powerful. And like I said, if you've seen Apex Legends at all, you know that Seer, who also had a wall hack ability, was probably one of the most unhealthy things that was ever in the game and caused a huge issue for years for it. Now, of course, there is also Embark's stance on what happened in the patch 1.5, but they've mostly acknowledged unintended bugs. Some of this you guys might have also noticed, such as weapon dispersion when aiming down sights. That is right, there's a lot of bloom for a lot of different weapons. Be aware that if you notice that your weapon has changed or that something seems off since you've recently played, that the bloom is an unintended consequence, and they have acknowledged it on Discord. Along with that, the double zoom sensitivity multiplier for controllers is also an ongoing issue. Embark once again let us know on Discord that they are actively addressing it. At the time of this video, it's very possible that they've already fixed it as well. Overall though, the aftermath of the final patch 1.5 kind of shows the issue that Embark is going to have with these 3 different classes and finding a healthy balance, because no matter what you do, and I've seen this in the 3 years I've done YouTube videos for a live service game, there is always going to be a vocal part of the community that complains about some kind of buff or nerf. And so finding that balancing act where players are pretty happy will never ever be 100% possible, but I do believe that they can strike a good balance as long as they continue to listen to player feedback while running it through their own Q&A team and play testers. Hopefully though, they continue to get this ready because I am so ready to see a The Finals esports league. Let me know down below, do you feel that medium is too overpowered right now? How are you guys enjoying the 1.5 patch? And also, have you guys experienced any of the bugs and glitches in the game right now? Also, don't forget to check out the channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends and Finals gameplay. And until next time everyone, thank you for coming into today's video. I'll see you in the next one.